If you're looking for an easy but impressive last-minute nibble to make for a holiday party or any special occasion, these sweet and spicy nuts are it. They're sweet and crunchy with a surprise kick of heat. They're incredibly easy to make, but truly addictive to eat. So come on, grab a pan and I'll show you how to make it. What's up, universe? Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. And in case you're new, I'm Julie. I'm a chef, I'm a mom, and for this season of our show, we're focusing on some easy and yummy snacks that we can actually execute and film while our son Lincoln naps. So if you're looking for an appetizer that everyone's gonna go nuts over, this is what you're gonna need. Whole raw almonds, walnut halves, raw cashews, butter, light brown sugar, water, cayenne pepper, salt, fresh thyme, and cooking spray. You're gonna start out with 1 cup of whole, raw, or natural almonds. So make sure they're not roasted or salted. You're just gonna add it to a dry skillet over about medium heat. Then I have a 1/2 cup of walnut halves or pieces, whatever you want, but the bigger the better. And these are also like raw, unseasoned. And then I have a 1/2 cup of raw, unsalted, whole cashews. The mixture of nuts that you prefer is up to you. If you did the math, it equals just about 2 cups of nuts total. I'm really just mixing it for a little bit of a texture and look to it, but which I think it also looks festive. I think cashews make it look really elegant. So if you really want to, you could just pick one kind of nut, whether it be almonds or walnuts, and just go with that. We're gonna let this go for about 8 minutes on a medium heat in the dry skillet, stirring often until they're a little bit nutty, fragrant, and toasted. Okay, time is almost up. I've been stirring for a while. I haven't even left because if you leave, you don't stir, your nuts can burn very easily. As you can tell, the cashews are starting to get a little bit more golden brown. The almonds are crunchier and darkened. And then if you touch the walnuts, they have like a crispy, brittle texture to them. Oh my gosh. I just want to grind this up and like make nut butter. I'm just going to transfer this into a bowl. I'm going to set this aside, and you know what? Before I forget, I have a sheet pan, a 1/2 sheet pan lined with aluminum foil, and then you're just going to use some non-stick cooking spray and spray it down so that once the nuts are all glazed, you could just lay it out on the pan and it's ready to go. Now to the same pan, we're going to add in our ingredients for the glaze. So I have 2 tablespoons of salted butter. So it's regular salted butter. You could use unsalted if you wanted to, if that's all you had, but I think the salted just kind of adds more flavor. And then I have 1/2 cup of firmly packed light brown sugar. So you get a measuring cup and you pack it in, and that's how you measure it correctly. That's what recipes mean if you see that. Then we're gonna add a tablespoon of water. This is a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm using fine salt. You know me, I like kosher salt for everything, but for baking, sweets, and stuff, I usually like to use fine salt. And then here's the ta-da. This is cayenne pepper. This is a 1/4 teaspoon, but you know what? If it's too hot for you, you could do 1/8 of a teaspoon, a little pinch, a little sprinkle. The funny thing is, when I did the 1/4 teaspoon, I could taste the heat right away. I felt like it was hitting me in the back of my throat. To Joe, he couldn't even taste it at all. So I don't know, to each one their own. I guess it really depends. We're not gonna make the pan too high, and then we're just gonna create this glaze by cooking it down for about really just a minute, just until it comes together, till the sugar is dissolved. See that bubbly, glossy gorgeousness? Oh my gosh, wow, that smells amazing. It smells like butterscotch or toffee. Okay, now, before it gets too thick, We're gonna just add back our nuts. And then the last touch of fresh thyme. So I have 2 teaspoons of freshly chopped thyme. And I don't know, I think it's the combination of the spice and the fresh herbs that really adds like a unique savoriness to the nuts. Now we're just gonna glaze the nuts for about a minute or even less. You just have to use your eyes and follow your instincts. You just want it to be nicely glossed, and that's all. And you'll see that the nuts just drink up all of that gorgeous amber glaze. Okay, I'm gonna transfer it to this baking pan. That clatter. And then I'm just gonna spread it out so it has a chance to cool. And you do want them to be a little bit more separate. This isn't like a peanut brittle we're making, so we do want them to be individual and separate. And you guys, that's about it. This is like Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays. This is something that you can take to any of your potlucks, or when you have unexpected guests come over, you want to whip up something special at the last minute. So all you're gonna do is let this cool and harden, and then it's time to taste it. Joe was very busy filling his cone all the way to the top.
Yeah, you have to see it. So.
Yeah. Like a bouquet of sweet and spicy nuts. Cheers.
Cheers.
So I decided to put them in little parchment paper cones, and that's a cute idea if you're really serving them as a, to guests for a party. So give it a try.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
It fills up the kitchen with this aroma.
He's learning. You sound like you have a cold. You just get a cold?
Not that I know of.
Well, the cayenne pepper in this will clear up your sinuses. You don't taste it still, right?
Not really.
I do. I don't know. He's crazy, guys. It really kicks you in the back of the throat. It's not spicy like jalapeno pepper spicy. It's like a subtle spice. You don't taste at first, but then it goes down the back of your throat. It's like a warmth.
I think this is like one of the best ways to make nuts, in my opinion. Like, I really like this. She made like a test batch, and I was just constantly just eating it.
The test batch, I glazed it a little longer, so the sugars crystallized more. It got a little more hard. Do you like that better or this?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, if you really want like a really crispy, crunchy coating on it all over, then you can heat it up for about 1 minute to 2 minutes long, and it'll get nice and like crunchy, but then you do risk the chance of it breaking on you and turning grainy. This is good though. It's still glazed, it's still hard, still crunchy. It's just not as hard as my first test batch.
But this is like perfect too.
Yeah, it still tastes good. It's still crispy, glazed, coated. So whatever floats your boat. You guys, this is really addictive. I'm like trying to talk with my mouth full. It's like so rude, but can't stop eating for like even 1 second.
It's so good though.
That's dangerous because this is not meant for 2 people portion. This is like a party portion.
In my world it is. I could eat this whole thing in one sitting.
It's sweet, not too sweet, savory, herbaceous, a little spicy, just a rewarding, satisfying treat. Instead of substitutions, I will have suggestions. If you want to, this is why I think this is great for the holidays, especially for Thanksgiving or wherever Christmas, because you can throw these into a salad. So it'll be like a nice topping for a salad, like a crunchy, like glazed, nut. So pecans would be really good in this mixture too. I think of glazed pecans. Or you could also use them on top of ice cream for dessert, which is a nice surprise because it has like a little of a heat, like a kick to it too. So that's kind of unexpected, which will make it like a grown-up ice cream topping. So definitely, the world is your oyster. Go nuts with these nuts. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was pretty easy, so easy to eat, so easy to make. And I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. But anyways, if you enjoyed watching this, Joe pretty much ate his entire cone.
I know, it's literally addictive. So.
Remember to push like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. Also hit that bell for notifications so that you know every time we upload a new video. Thanks so much for watching.
I will see you next time.
Too busy.
I'm enjoying the snack. It's so good.
Bye.
Bye.
Then I have a half a cup of, is this good? Like that? Or like this? Okay. And then I have a half, but does it look weird if I'm doing this?
No.
Okay.
Like going to a ballpark, kind of like that nut feeling. Roasty. You have that similar nutty feel. Addictive.